Hello friends, how are you today? Jen the Money Medium here, and today we're doing a quick tip on how to speak to your children. This one came in especially to a 6-year-old girl, but we're gonna aim this at all children, and I am working at putting together a little program for it will be around how to grow your children, so how to nurture them with a healthy mindset around money so that they feel money positive and have a high wealth frequency as they're growing. And that's going to be coming up soon with Sarah Akwasambi over at Noble Biz School. So keep your eyes and ears open for that. And I can't wait to bring it, actually. It's something that ever since my son was born, I've been very aware and conscious about how I speak to him and about him. So I absolutely love this question. I hear parents all the time, whew, hair on the face, all the time, talking about how their kids always want, how you can't afford things for them, how they're a pain in the butt, how they're, brats, how they don't get the concept of money, how they think money grows on trees, and you all think those are very bad things. Now, what I want the truth bomb to be here, what I want you to really get is children naturally desire. It hasn't been shut off yet. They have the ability to still be able to manifest at an alpha state. They have a natural alpha state happening where when they desire something, it can come to them quite easily. But most of the time, parents get in there and shut it down, or society, or teachers, or people that are surrounded around them, right? So I want you to nurture your children's desires, okay? If you're watching this and you want to take this seriously, don't ever say no to your child about something that they want. I mean, unless it's a Playboy magazine or something, then you might say, no, that's not for eyes, and mom doesn't enjoy that, or whatever. I'll leave that up to you. But when they come to you and they desire something, whether it's a t-shirt or Thomas the Train set, or a Lego set, or to go to the movies, or whatever it might be, do not let your messed up money mindset drip down into them. I want you to now take on, don't say we can't afford it. Don't say no, you can't have that. Don't say you ask for too many things. Don't make them feel guilty for asking. I want you to be the grown-up in this situation and imagine all their dreams being possible. And when they ask you for something, whether it's a trip to Disneyland and you have no idea how that could possibly happen at this point, your job is to not say no. Try saying something like, oh, that would be so much fun. We should sit down and work it out and see how we could make that happen. It might take a few years. We might have to work a little bit extra for it. Maybe you'd like to do the paper route to work towards your ticket to Disneyland or towards your Lego. I totally believe in nurturing your children to earn their own money somehow, not necessarily just from doing chores around the house, because when it comes from mom and dad, sometimes the chores get done, sometimes not, and earning money from your mom and dad it's better than nothing. But if you can get them out there doing something that creates independence on their part, go for it. I was always a sucker when it came to getting my son to do chores. It's like, it's just easier for me to clean the house. And he's always, he'll take the garbage out, he'll do whatever I ask, but it's a weird setup for us. I'm just not that into the pay you for chores thing. But ever since he was young, he's had a huge entrepreneurial mindset. So when he was 5 or 6, I think, even before he went to school, he was making those little rainbow loom bracelets, and he wanted to sell them. So I would put out calls on Facebook, see if anybody wanted any, and he'd make some money here or there. One time when he was that young, he got an order from a beautiful woman that wanted to give them out as gifts at an event she was having, and she bought like $60 worth of those rainbow loom bracelets for him. And, for a 4 or 5-year-old kid, that was a huge thing. And it was just very powerful. And the thing you've got to remember is people like to buy things from children. They do. So let your children make things and sell them. My son was always very creative. So he would make those. He taught himself how to make duct tape wallets. We helped him invest in what he would need for those, and he would sell them. He brought them to a local shop here in town and learned how to do the split, the consignment split with a business when he was like 8 years old. And then he had a lemonade stand at our local market throughout the summer. And just this year, he's 13 now, he turned that lemonade stand into a fry shack, which he used all of his own money to invest in the equipment for that. And he is a saver, and he thinks twice before he buys things, right? Rather than just going, Mom, can I have that? And it's a $300 Lego set. It's like, well, you have the money. Would you like to spend the money on that? And we basically buy him his basic things. If he wants to go to the movies, we give him money for that, or lunches, that kind of stuff. And then the basic holidays and stuff in between. But every time he wants something, he's not coming to us. He's independent enough already. At 14, actually, he just turned 14 today. And he buys whatever he wants, whenever he wants. And we have never, ever nurtured a no to him. We've always told him that anything is possible. We'll sit down and work it out. So I think it's really important, even if you have a child and it's a 6-year-old girl who wants everything every day, start to teach her how to use her own money. And never say that she can't have it or that it's too expensive. That will, I work with adults now who are still working through their parents saying no to things, and we can't afford them, because when a child is small, even though they're asking for things all the time, the desire's there. Every time they get said no to, what becomes the pattern is, no, I can't have that. No, I don't deserve that. No, I'm not worthy of that. So even if you were to say, you know what, this is so beautiful, you're so worthy of this, I hope you figure out a way to get it. Get their minds working, because when you say no, you can't have it, or no, we can't afford it, you just shut down any possibility. Nobody's mind thinks outside of that. Nobody's mind thinks outside of a no, right? So my recommendation is always give positive, nurturing, money positive, nurturing factors to them when they're asking for things. One of my nicknames growing up was Jenny Want, because I had no problem wanting things And I always got what I wanted because I never gave up on things. You know, when I was 12 or 13, I wanted my own bike. My mom was a single mom. I didn't even think about asking her for money for the bike. I went and got a job at a grocery store, saved my money, and got the bike that I wanted. There's always a way. So, and knowing the generational gap, right? What we're coming from grandparents and parents that came from the Depression, and we're just starting to realize that we aren't in that same state of lack. God bless everybody who that was their reality for. But we now have the drippings of that lack in our subconscious. Don't let that drip down into your children. Now is the time to stop that cycle. Don't speak negatively about the economy, about the tax guy, about your tax man, right? Be a positive influence. If they, say, wow, what a beautiful house, and it's a multi-million-dollar house, enjoy that moment with them. Don't snarl and say, yeah, that's not for us. Say, that is a beautiful home. I hope we get to live in a home like that someday. Let yourself expand with your children and let them be your teachers. Let them teach you how to manifest. Okay? Thanks so much for listening. It's been a pleasure talking about this. I love nurturing positive mindset in children, and I hope you do too. It makes a huge difference in everybody's life and in the world. Have a wonderful day. This is Jen the Money Medium. Until next time.